Hi folks, welcome to my tutorial on testing the installed server development environment. For that you need a Visual Studio. 2013 or 2015 is recommended, and you need to have an installed update.CRM application. We will have it on this virtual machine, and we connect to it by remote desktop. As you can see, we have some application pools. We'll use this mainfs web, and we also pre-installed on the server environment, the server machine, the remote tools. By that, the remote debugger server is installed, and we need to configure it later on. And of course, we need to enable it on the firewall. Actually, if you open it up, I will just stop my service running in order to start the application. After the installation, you are offered to open up the ports on the firewall. Actually, you can do it here. Just search that Visual Studio Remote Debugger. Of course, the debugger and monitor, they seem to be duplicated because of the 32 and 64-bit versions. But actually, for sure, you enable all of them, and you are ready to go. As you can see, MSV is known. This is the server service where we will connect on this kind of port. Of course, if you have multiple instances, you can modify the port on tools, options, and you modify it. But it's better if you keep it on the default value, then we don't have the hassle on connecting. But we'll now exit, and sometimes we get some message box that all the connections, all the Visual Studios will be rejected. The best case is if you let the service running, because then you don't need to start the application every time after you reboot. And you need to download the Hello World test application from the link in the description below. And this has 2 files in it, 2 C# files. You need to copy it later on. You just start the Visual Studio project, click on the new project, and we need to select the class library. We say it will be the strict line training examples, and solution name, it's actually only the folder name, so we just say hello world. And after it's created, we don't actually need the class 1CS, because we will import our files that are extracted out from the zip file I attached to you. The next step is, of course, to set up our project. The default namespace is okay, because those 2 CS files will use this namespace. So just keep it. The assembly name, it could be whatever it is, but just follow me with the hello world, just a little bit shorter, because we need to configure it on the web application web config and settings XML on your running update.CRM instance. And then the assembly information, just for later purposes, we just fill out some title. That's examples, and now just say hello world, and description, some hello world test, and you can fill out some meta information that's compiled with the assembly. But that's it. Actually, those informations will show up in the update.CRM application. That's why it's important to differentiate them later on. If you have more of them, then you save it and close. Then you need the NuGet package manager. That's actually pre-installed in the Visual Studio. So you need to select it from the context menu of your project. Actually, you could choose it out from your solution, but that's a little bit confusing way. So just select it from your project. And of course, we don't have anything installed, so we just click on Browse, and you need to configure your update.CRM NuGet repository because it's actually private. If you have an Aurea partnership and by that an access to the Aurea support portal, then there is an article about it. I will include the link in the description below. And there's that rest. Most important thing is that you don't forget the trailing slash after the NuGet URL. So after that, you will get updated with the list of update.CRM assembly components, and you need to select one of these depending on your vertical. I have now financial solutions installed, so I just click on installing. It's every time a good idea to select the latest stable version of it, and just make sure that all the dependencies which are installed right now will also have the latest version. That's the versions of the assemblies you download, and they reference each other, whatever, is problematic if they are different. You can see it now. It's the service pack 3 and minor version 9. Those dependencies are configured on the NuGet server wrongly, so actually we will need to update them quick-ref. We don't need it, so we will remove them after the installation. You need to accept the licenses, and after they installed, we will receive now README text file. Let's open up after the installation. You can see now successfully installed, and we have some README, some informations about it, but we concentrate on keeping our assemblies on the same version number, that there are no collisions or whatever, for referencing on functions that might be deprecated. So we have updated all of them. You have to make it sure they have all the same version number. We can close now the NuGet package manager. And of course, it's important for our Hello World project that we have the less problems with it. So we remove the dependent assembly block with the quick graph because we don't need it. We don't want to have any hassle with inserting our plugin assembly to the web application, so we removed it, and we remove it from the references that after compiling they won't bother us. So we are ready to import our downloaded sources. Just